Are you a small business owner or startup that wants to track competition in real time? Do you work with social media monitoring and you want to track hashtags, keywords, brand mentions in a beautiful dashboard? And are you tired of paying for expensive SEO tools to monitor your web vitals? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are in luck. In this video, I'll walk you through step by step how you can use a simple tool called Perplexity Labs that you can use for free or pay $20 a month to unlock even greater features, where you prompt in English, build these beautiful dashboards up, and the best of all, you set it and you forget it and it keeps doing the job for you.
If Google and ChatGPT had a baby, it would be called Perplexity. Perplexity is an answer search engine. So instead of giving you a lot of links like Google does that you need to go in and explore, Perplexity condenses and summarizes the answer in a beautiful format, easy to read format with citations that take you deeper or sources for you to explore on your own. It also gives you related questions below, so you know you can keep going deeper if you wish to in the topic that you're searching for. Perplexity is free to use with some limitations, but for $20 a month, you unlock a lot more. In this video, I'm going to walk you through something called the Perplexity Labs feature. And the labs is where we're going to use to build beautiful real-time dashboards. And as I mentioned in the start of the video, you do it once, you set it, and you forget it. So let's go use case number 1. Let's start with something every founder should track. And this is what people are actually saying about your brand, about your category, about the problem you solve, or about your customer segment. Using Perplexity Labs, we can build beautiful social listening dashboards in 10 minutes or less. Bear in mind, this used to cost thousands of dollars a year in subscription. Now it's one prompt away. Let me show you. So the most important thing with any AI tool is how you prompt it. My advice to you is to take some time and write the prompt together with ChatGPT, which is what I've done. So here I'm going to focus on my business, Moonrise Health, and I'm asking it to find me keywords, brand mentions. I'm asking it to find me individual profiles of potential partners, creators. I'm also asking it to go across different channels like social media channels and so on. I want it to output as a dashboard that I can filter and work with. And boom, here you go, right? So this is a link that is yours, this app's link over here. So you've created a mini app, and this goes, walks you through everything that you just asked it to do. So what are the keywords that are trending? What is the sentiment? You can go into social mentions and look at what platforms are, different platforms and what people are talking about. You can go to an overview, whether it's positive, neutral, or negative about your brand or about particular keywords. You can look at influencers, and you can also look at how your timeline in terms of how your brand is being mentioned over time. This used to cost, thousands of dollars. Now it's literally free. This is my first use case, to use Perplexity Labs to understand what's going on with your brand, how people are talking about it. Let's go to use case number 2. Now let's zoom out and watch the markets move around your business. We can look at who's raising capital, who launched a product, what are journalists talking about when it comes to your category or your competitor, or even maybe your own business. This dashboard with Perplexity Labs that you're about to see is going to turn all public signals into weekly contact opportunities to get in touch with journalists, to understand what's going on in your market, to find new interesting industry verticals. This dashboard turns public signals into a weekly hit list of contacts for you to partner with, journalists for you to pitch at, and competitors to track. So let's get into it. So over here, you can see that my prompt is pretty big. I've worked this pretty hard with ChatGPT. I'm asking it to build a public data dashboard, which I'm calling Femtech and Pelvic Health Competitor and Funding Radar. So I'm looking at competition, I'm looking at funding, I'm looking at what journalists are talking about. I'm looking at it from the last 90 days. I'm looking at specifically Nordics and EU, but English. And I'm looking at competitors. I'm looking at funding and M&A. I'm looking at large player movements in my category. I'm also looking at conferences and panels that I could pitch at, podcasts that I could pitch at, communities that I could potentially sell my product into. And then I wanted to give me different boards over here, which I've sort of really thought it out based on what my business needs are. And this is where I want to pause and say it's very important to understand what is actually needed for your business. It's very easy to get too creative and start building things that you might never use. So I'd really recommend you to start slow and to build from there and look at what's the most critical things you need. So if you look at this dashboard, first of all, again, this is a mini app. You get your own link and this app is yours, right? And now you can see that you can filter things. You can go by geography. You can look at different categories of funding over here. So you can see there's not much funding going on in my sector as it looks like last 90 days. And here you can see, for instance, let's say reset. And here you can see there's a conference coming up called Pelvicon. Could be interesting. No competitor moves found. You can see some PR heat map, which is, what are people writing about? So former insider writing about femtech and women's health. I can get her LinkedIn. Obviously, I can connect this to other workflows to make it even more automated. I can look at partner leads and I can export this, right? So all of a sudden, I have a business development dashboard that can find me partners, that can find me journalistic opportunities, that can find me competition. In my little horizontal vertical, there's not much going on. It seems like the last 90 days. But if you're in a crowded vertical, this could be your business development starting point. Your BD people start their day here and end their day here. And this all happened with one prompt, less than $20. Isn't it amazing? Use case number 3. Finally, let's look at how visible your brand actually is with a simple dashboard. With a few prompts in Perplexity Labs, you can track your SEO performance, spot trending keywords in your industry, and see exactly what content is driving traffic to you or to your competitors. So you know how to plan your content and how to start getting your organic traffic going. Back in my old days, we used to have all this data in Lucas Studio, and that used to take weeks to get right. But now with one prompt, you have a beautiful, well-designed dashboard. Let me show you. So again, I've worked with ChatGPT to build my prompt over here, which is to build a visibility, organic visibility dashboard. I've given it keywords, example keywords. I've given it example domains. I've given it what are trending searches that I should look at, backlink opportunities, citation opportunities. And now I get this wonderful little dashboard. So let's look at how this looks like. So again, this is an app. You have your own link that you can share internally, and this keeps updating in real time. So you can see what is the visibility in terms of Moonrise. It's still not high, but it's going up, which is nice. Moto System is one of our competitors and a couple of other PTs, right? You can see what's going on in terms of traffic, where the traffic keywords are. You can look at keyword insights, what's going on here, backlink tracker, and growth opportunities. Now, just growth opportunities, you can keep prompting it and building this dashboard better. But can you imagine if you give this to your content team and they get this dashboard built for them? All of a sudden, you have something to drive your meetings every week on.
That's it, guys. 3 use cases that could compound your business today with Perplexity Labs. I also want to end with a mistake that I see many founders make, and that is to chase shiny new tools every week because of this AI revolution that's happening. In my opinion, that creates more anxiety and that doesn't give continuity, which means you will not actually get the business ROI. In my opinion, the magic isn't adding more tools, but it's mastering few tools and really going deep with it so you can unlock more skills and more power for your business. So with Perplexity Labs,